Hello, my name is Jesse Chino. Today I will be telling you all about the expensive, albeit fun hobby of collecting Magic the Gathering cards. So Magic the Gathering is a game created by a company called Wizards of the Coast that was created back in 1993 and is a collection of cards that are used to fight other players who have the same cards with the same cards. So where Magic the Gathering gets interesting is in the fact that many of its cards now go for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and that is due to many factors. My experience with Magic is that I have been a collector and player of Magic for a while, and I have seen the sorts of problems and the sorts of incidents that happen when Magic cards reach the high prices that they do. So for that reason, I will be talking about Magic cards as both an experienced person and someone who did research into the topic. So the reason that why Magic cards get so bloated prices are because of the reserve list, the power of cards, and the way that cards are printed. So going into the reserve list is a list created by Wizards of the Coast to ensure that many of its very old Magic cards are not reprinted, so that those cards, being very powerful as they were, being very rare since they come from the original set, Alpha and Beta, they have become commodities, very rare ones at that, that can sometimes go up for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And because of that, they have been known to be sold for those very high prices. For example, an article by Zoe Bernard in the Business Interest Journal stated that an article by Zoe Bernard on the August 7th of 2021 stated in the Business Insider shows how some cards like Black Lotus, which are very powerful cards in the Magic community, can sometimes go up for hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. In that article, she cited many of the cards that were now going for high prices and showed how many of those cards, which started off as cards that you can buy for $20, $30, were now reaching the $100,000 point in today's current market. And another citation is Brian Lewis from the YouTube channel Tolarian Community College, which was created on July 18th, 2020, who showed off why Magic cards were as pricey as they were. And that was due to the range of power that they had and the sorts of expensive nature that Magic had become to this day, with Wizards of the Coast opting to reprint some of the cards in a limited capacity, but never fully reprinting them for a set that would come out. And that is why the reserve list has many effects on the pricing of Magic the Gathering cards. So the second main reason why Magic cards are so expensive is the printing statistics of Magic the Gathering cards. In Magic the Gathering, there are sets of cards that are printed. They go from common, uncommon, rare, and mythic. So each tier of cards is printed differently. With commons, you can open a pack of Magic the Gathering cards and be sure to get every single common from every single set, given that commons are very common. Uncommons take that a step further by being more hard to get, albeit not that difficult. Rares are extremely sort of harder to get than uncommons, but aren't that difficult. You are almost guaranteed to get a rare in a pack of Magic the Gathering cards, while mythics are single-handedly one of the hardest pairs of Magic the Gathering cards to get. And this is cited in one of the main articles by Planet Money. In their article, Curse of the Black Lotus, made on December 26, 2018, where they go into the different sorts of printing statistics of these cards, discussing how hard it is to get some of these cards and how many packs you would have to open in order to get them. Now, Planet Money is a journal company. They write many journal papers on many expensive products like baseball cards, Pokemon cards, very rare collector's items, and they are experienced in talking about how prices can soar up for these various items. Another interesting topic that was brought up is with Daily Press, printed on March 18th, 2003 by Raoul V. Mowat, who goes into detail about how the game is impacted by these different sorts of printing statistics. Well, if you wanted to get your hands on mythics in order to improve your decks, meaning that there will be more increases in the secondary market, resulting in players buying these packs and trying to find full play sets or full 4 sets of these cards for their Magic the Gathering decks. and that shows why the pretty statistics matter in the pricing of Magic the Gathering. So going on to our third topic, that is the power of cards. The power of cards holds much value in the way that Magic's played, given that Magic is a turn-based sort of one-on-one style sort of playing experience. You fight another player, and that player fights you using both their decks, and pretty much in that regards, you want to get your hands on stronger cards. That way you'll have a better chance at defeating your opponents. This is cited with the article of Autumn M. Dodge, printed in the American Journal of Play in 2018, July 2nd, which is a book detailing different sorts of games and experiences. And in this book, Autumn explains sort of the different aspects of Magic the Gathering, including the system of play, which is that you have 20 life points, and that each player tries to lower the 20 life points to 0 in various ways possible. Some of these ways include grabbing different cards that deal damage directly to a player. Other of these include getting powerful effects that allow you to draw more cards. That way you have a sort of better advantage, and you have better card placement and a better pool to work with. And for that reason, many of these cards that are very pricey are pricey due to that reason, because they are so powerful that they would ensure that you would win the game every time. Along with that, another article by Edward Boone from the Journal of No Products, which was printed in 2016, also goes into detail about this and how the product of Magic the Gathering keeps on improving the more players there are to play the game, because of the fact that they will benefit from the sorts of cards that are being bought by Magic. And finally, Brian Lewis from Tulare Community College, who made a video on July 18th, 2020, also goes into detail about how powerful cards impact the game and make it so that you have a better playing experience because you win. Now that we've gone over the reserve list, the printing statistical cards, and how powerful those cards are, I hope you have a better grasp as to why Magic the Gathering is such an expensive, albeit fun, hobby to get into. And I hope that with this information, if you ever decide to get into Magic the Gathering, then you will benefit from this information, learning how cards operate and how much money it costs to get into Magic the Gathering. That way you can sort of budget your cards wisely.